Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Configure's Corner, where I teach the basic and advanced levels of Rust electricity, where it's my sole intent to take your skills to the next level. And today we're doing that by demonstrating the Capacitor, one of the most powerful tools in my tool belt. Let's begin. So let's first address that there is 45 million units of power flowing through this electrical branch right now. And before I explain any further on how this works, I need to be very explicitly clear that this is not free energy, and this is not an infinite power loop. There is limits to this, and I'll explain these limits as I explain how this is built, okay? And then you'll understand that this is A, not free power, and B, not an infinite power loop. Okay, so let's get to explaining how this works. See, it all starts with the power supply, and our capacitor is charging very rapidly, in particular because we are putting 10,000 units of power into the root combiner here. The power is then sent from the root combiner to this electrical branch here. Now, don't mind the second one. I actually place this one down solely for demonstration purposes. But this one is necessary because it allows us to extract power from our loop. Now, here's where the limitations begin. You cannot exceed the amount of power taken out from the loop than the amount of power that you are putting into the loop. Okay, otherwise you will completely drain your loop, so do not do that unless you plan on purging your system of all your power. Next, skipping over this electrical branch because, as I stated just a second ago, this is not necessary. So what connects after our power out is the microphone stand, and what the microphone stand acts as is a load. See, what it's doing is it's converting the power to an audio signal, tricking the game so it allows you to bypass the max depth and short circuit errors that are thrown when you try to loop your power. Okay, now the reason why there's a splitter here is because root combiners are particular about what components can attach to them, and recently they changed it where you can now connect a splitter to a root combiner. So we use the splitter to connect the microphone stand to the root combiner, because if I was trying to take the audio out and plug it right into the root combiner's input, the root combiner would reject the wire connection. So one thing to consider about this, it can build up to 2.7 billion units of power, but when the server resets, all that power is gone. So keep that in mind when you're using this, that there are limitations to the circuit. But you should be able to build a lot of power and quickly and more rapidly with the higher amount of power that you put into your loop. You can even do it with a single solar panel. And that concludes our lesson for today. So let's be very clear about this, people. This is not free power. This is not an infinite power loop, and you will lose your power when the server resets. Okay, this is not a perfect system. Nothing is. And I'm hoping the devs will consider that and allow us to keep this, because it is a much better version of the batteries, and seeing the direction that Rust is going with automation, it's more component intensive. We're going to need new, better methods to fuel our power demands in the new meta to come. So please take advantage of this, and let's make this a new common circuit within the Rust builds that we build now. This has been a long time coming, and it's finally been unveiled to y'all. Enjoy. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment that you love me and that you want to see more Rust videos. Come check me out at the Rusticity workshop on Discord. I will leave the links in the description below so you can find us. I can't wait to see y'all there. Ask me for help. I'm always down to help. So later, punks.